Alright, AIADMK Supremo Jayalalithaa is all set to be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in a grand ceremony in Chennai today. Around 3,000 people invited for the oath ceremony.
Absolutely. In fact, just 8 months ago, Jayalalithaa was staring at political oblivion with seasoned pundits writing of a return after her conviction in the disproportionate assets case. 218 days later, Jayalalithaa is getting ready to script a stunning comeback in Tamil Nadu. The AIADMK Supremo will be sworn in along with 28 ministers at the Centenary Hall of the Madras University.
Now, she met State's Governor K. Rosaiah on Friday afternoon and State claimed to form government. At her first public appearance after her political exile, Jayalalithaa was thronged by supporters and party men as she paid floral tributes to the statue of MGR. The oath-taking ceremony is likely to be no less spectacular. According to reports, a senior NDA minister would also be attending this ceremony.
Jayalalithaa returns from her political exile after 8 months. The grand swearing-in ceremony set to begin in about 20 minutes for now. Let's get an word from our editor South TS Sudhir, who's with us live from the Madras University campus. Also with us live from the national capital, Siddharth Varadarajan, senior journalist. I want to come to you first, Sudhir. Tell us what's happening there on the ground. Celebrations have started in full force. In fact, hours before the ceremony was to start, people had started gathering at the university campus.
Absolutely. In fact, just now my colleague Pratibha Raman sent a message from inside saying that the hall is absolutely jam-packed. They have shut the doors. Nearly 3,000 invites were handed out. But there are a large number of AIADMK cadre who also want to get in but obviously can't. So for them, there are these giant screens that Jaya TV has put out for all these people to actually see the swearing-in ceremony.
Can you show that to us, Sudhir?
Siddharth Varadarajan was talking about the...
Can you show us what really is the scene at that road where you're standing? What road is this?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, just before the break, Siddharth Varadarajan Sanket was talking about theatrics. Now, in Andhra Pradesh, the critics of N.T. Ramarao used to call him N.T. Dramarao. But if you see the theatrics on the streets of Chennai, and if my camera person can just pan, yesterday we showed you one MGR, now there is yet another MGR. In fact, there are a whole lot of these MGR duplicates which are there on the streets of Chennai. A major kind of a celebration. All of them have come from different districts, have been brought in busloads from different districts of Tamil Nadu, and this place, this beach road, which has been otherwise shut off for other kinds of traffic, is completely full with AIADMK cadre and activists who are here to just catch a glimpse of their leader being sworn in for the 5th time as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. So in that sense, in the political theatre of Tamil Nadu, the theatrics is there in full swing, and as Siddharth was pointing out, really nothing can really match the manner in which the AIADMK cadre give vent to their feelings for their leader, for Jayalalithaa, as she gets sworn in as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu yet again. Thank you.
All right, and Sudhir, I want to ask you, while there are people who dressed up as MGR, why don't we see why don't we see duplicates of Jayalalithaa?
Sorry, you'll have to repeat the question, Simi.
I want to ask you, why aren't people dressing up as Jayalalithaa when you have people posing as MGR?
Well, there are certain things which are no-no as far as Tamil Nadu are concerned. But MGR obviously a huge icon here, and obviously the MGR duplicates. In fact, even in our election series last year, we had done a story with 2 MGR dupes who actually do it for a living. So there are this whole lot of people who dress up as MGR. Yesterday we had someone who is in his 70s who dresses up as MGR, and there is this young person. Ningal engedhu vandirukkel?
Tandayarpetailindu. Tandayarpete RK Nagar.
Ningal ethra varshama ipdi MGR mari dress pannirukken?
25 வருஷமா பண்ணிக்கிறேன். 25.
உங்களுக்கு எத்தனை வயசாயிடுச்சு?
52.
உங்க பேர் என்ன?
இளங்கோவன்.
நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க?
Okay, Sudhir.
Lorry driver. So this person, Elangovan, is a lorry driver. He's 52 years old. He doesn't look that, and he says he has been dressing up as MGR for the last 25 years. So MGR pretty much part of his life and its DNA.
And MGR maybe in their DNA, as you rightly mentioned, so these certain things in the AIADMK are a strict no-no. But these are pictures that we are getting you from the Poise Garden residence of Jayalalithaa, who's about to be sworn in as the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The cavalcade has, in fact, Motorcade has now started moving. This is Poise Garden. Sudhir, how much time does it take from Poise Garden to the Madras University where the swearing in will take place? I feel I can see that this motorcade has now started moving.
Well, it's a distance of about 4 kilometers from Poise Garden to Madras University. Of course, the entire route is completely sanitized. If my camera person can show you the road here, and there is, of course, a full sea of khaki out here, huge police deployment, and it will not take her more than 5 to 10 minutes to actually reach the Madras auditorium, Madras College auditorium. And of course, she will have to be here before the Governor K. Rosaya also arrives. And obviously, the ceremony is a formal ceremony which will have to start on the dot of time. We are told from inside by our colleague Pratibha Raman, there are a whole lot of actors, the who is who of Chennai, all MLAs who are in attendance.
Sudhir,
and of course
Sudhir, sorry, I have to cut you short there. We can see the vehicle of Jayalalithaa. She's now leaving her Poise Garden residence. A lot of people are gathered there to catch a glimpse of their leader, who's now going to be sworn in as the Chief Minister. This motorcade is now leaving towards Madras University, as Sudhir is in fact pointing out that it will take all of maybe 10 minutes to actually reach the Madras University, to cover a distance of about 4 kilometers. Remember this motorcade, look at the way it's moving. It's moving slowly, but it's moving slowly towards changing the fortunes of the AIADMK, because the AIADMK is on the path, or it thinks, or it perceives that it is on the path of revival, with Jayalalithaa actually at the helm of affairs.
Absolutely. Siddharth Vaidarajan, I want to get you into this discussion here. What do you make of this political drama that's unfolding in Chennai? The entire city coming to a standstill for a swearing-in ceremony.
Well, I mean, this is Jayalalitha's moment or hour of triumph and glory. All her opponents in Tamil Nadu, and I suppose nationally, had written her off after the conviction under the Prevention of Corruption Act last September by the Bangalore Special Court. That conviction, you know, your viewers will recall, would have essentially knocked her out of the political game for several years, would have banned her from putting herself forward for elected office, would have prevented her from campaigning for the AIADMK, and would have effectively marginalized her party and prepared the way for the opposition in Tamil Nadu to come, you know, come on top. So the acquittal from the High Court, controversial though it may be, has given her and the AIADMK a new lease of life, and she intends to milk it for all she can, and to do so quickly, because as soon as the Karnataka government takes a decision on whether to appeal or not, and I believe they are more likely to want to appeal or to decide to appeal than not, and in any case Dr. Subramanian Swamy, who is the original complainant, has declared his intention to appeal. So this matter will go to the Supreme Court. You know, as soon as it goes there, the clock once again starts ticking. I don't know what Chief Justice Datu's attitude will be. One would imagine or hope that, given the high-profile nature of this case and its enormous political significance, the appeal will be fast-tracked in the Supreme Court, so that neither she nor the rest of the state have to wait for years for the High Court's, you know, verdict to be, you know, resolved one way or the other. But absolutely, you know, for Jayalalithaa, ensuring that her political campaign gets underway well in time for assembly elections, which are due around March or April next year, is absolutely vital. And I think after today's drama, you will see her slipping into high gear in office for a few months before you have elections.
And I think, you know, Siddharth,
in a nutshell, what her strategy will be.
Absolutely, Siddharth, and I think what you are actually saying, the story will now develop on two counts. Number one is, of course, the drama that you are actually saying, the politics, and number two is the legal side of the story, which you were mentioning just a short while ago. It's very interesting that you mentioned that she will get or slip into, you know, campaign mode or political mode as soon as this drama is over. Let us quickly increase the audio of this feed that we are getting from Jaya Plus, Jaya TV. Let's quickly listen in, because this is, of course, a channel which is promoted by... Let's listen into the way the music is actually playing, and we'll come to that point. Now, for our viewers, the reason why we actually increase the audio of Jaya TV, it's a channel which is promoted by AIADMK. It is singing praises at this moment, and we are not surprised, are we? It is singing praises. I feel, Sudhir, if you could throw more light, the reason why we did this, we increased the audio of Jaya TV, is to perhaps show the viewer that this is almost the beginning of campaigning as far as Jaya TV is concerned, as far as the machinery which is at the disposal of the AIADMK is concerned. Look at the way this entire event is being covered. There is a multi-camera that has been put. There's a camera mounted on top of a vehicle. The cavalcade is being shown. This grand reception all along the route. Huge security guards.
Absolutely.
Police deployment. It's massive. The scale is massive.
Sanket, make no mistake, the election campaign in Tamil Nadu has begun, and obviously it's going to be both on the road and on the satellite television promoted by Jaya TV. And as you can see, if my camera person can also show you the shots here, in fact everyone is in attendance waiting for the arrival of Jayalalitha's motorcade. In fact, this is the spot from which she will be entering the Madras University. And in a sense, the election campaign, as I said, has really begun already in Tamil Nadu, because the optics are very important. Jayalalitha wants to convey the message that she is going to be back with a bang, and this entire paraphernalia which has been set up here, full of posters and hoardings of Jayalalitha. Really no one else in the AIADMK, it's only the AIADMK Supremo, essentially meant to send a message across to Tamil Nadu and to India at large that she's the one who controls the party as well as the state. So anyone who wants to do well, at least now, because she's seen as someone who is politically and perhaps even electorally strong, will have to do business with her, which is why there are many other smaller parties which are actually changing their stance as far as Jayalalitha is concerned. That includes even the BJP, parties like the MDMK. They're all talking in slightly more softer tones than they were earlier, especially during the 7-8 months that after she was convicted by the Bangalore Special Court and before the acquittal by the Karnataka High Court. So in that sense, this grand spectacle that you're seeing in Chennai, covered both on satellite television and what you're seeing on the streets of Chennai, essentially means that Jayalalitha has, in a sense, started her election campaign for 2016.
Absolutely, Sudhir. And the other big crowd puller at this ceremony is going to be Rajnikant.
We do not know whether the neighbor from Poise Garden is actually there inside Madras University.
We saw him live there on Jaya TV.
Oh, the pictures are there on Jaya TV, you're saying, of
Yes.
Rajnikant being there.
Yes.
Okay, so
I mean, you can, Sudhir, you can choose to believe Jaya TV, but I mean, the pictures that we saw perhaps, are not lying. I mean, we would want to assume that Jaya TV is right this time around from that Madras University hall.
Okay, so Rajnikant stays in the street next to Jayalalitha's at Poise Garden, so in a sense they are neighbors. Obviously an invitation must have gone, and Pratibha Raman was telling us that how all actors are in attendance there, including Sharad Kumar, including someone like Vivek. They're all in attendance inside that Madras University auditorium to be there when Jayalalitha is sworn in. In Tamil Nadu, films and politics are intertwined. Jayalalitha herself having been a very successful film actor, before her FG Ramachandran, and after which there has always been speculation over someone like Rajnikant also entering politics. There are actors like Sharad Kumar who dabble in politics. So in a sense, the film world, the world of theatrics and the world of politics pretty much intertwined in Tamil Nadu much before states like Andhra Pradesh started also copying that particular role model. But Tamil Nadu really has been a front runner as far as the marriage of politics and cinema is concerned.
Now, Siddharth, I don't know whether you are getting to see all these pictures at this present moment or not, but this is, I mean, you may want to call this drama, trash it, but as far as putting in the machinery is concerned, Jayalalitha and her political party are putting the entire might of all the tools that are there at their disposal at this moment in making this one grand affair.
Look, at one level, I don't think we should begrudge. Sorry, should I go ahead?
Yes, Siddharth, you were saying. Please carry on.
Yeah, I don't think we should begrudge Jayalalitha or the AIADMK this moment of triumph and glory. Quite frankly, she had been written off, and to the extent to which the High Court acquittal, is as clean a chit as anybody can hope for in legal terms. She is, completely entitled to, stage this massive show of strength and to demonstrate public support and adulation for her, and to essentially, tell her enemies in the state, particularly the DMK, that she remains a force to reckon with. And I dare say one part of the messaging or the signaling is also for Narendra Modi and the BJP, that if you were considering an easy entry in Tamil Nadu as an independent player, which is something that a section of the BJP leadership was in fact contemplating. And we know that Amit Shah, when he visited Tamil Nadu in December last year and had a meeting with BJP state leaders, they were all gung-ho and they had very optimistic projections about what the BJP and the NDA could accomplish, particularly in the aftermath of Jayalalitha's conviction. Well, all of that thinking within the BJP now seems to have gone out of the window, and Jayalalitha is reinforcing that message that if you want to do business in Tamil Nadu, then you have to go through me. If you want to introduce reforms in the Rajya Sabha for which you don't have support, you have to go through me. I am a vital part of your plans, and don't try to undercut me. And I think that message, part of today's drama and very high-profile event, is clearly aimed at New Delhi.
Absolutely,
and at the BJP leadership in particular.
Absolutely, and Siddharth, that message also probably being sent out that the AIADMK is trying to seize this opportunity because Jayalalitha realizes that it may not be long before her acquittal is challenged in the Supreme Court. Subramaniam Swamy, remember, has already indicated that he is going to challenge her acquittal in the top court.